James Kaufman, World News Report today, August 7th, 2024. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. The China Connection and the real Tim Walz on freedom of speech. Two must-see videos. Tim Walz has deep ties to China and visited over 30 times and even honeymooned there. Tim also has declared a war on our Constitution. This is a radical one who sounds like he's on China's payroll. Kamala Harris has selected Tim Walz as her running mate for the up-and-coming election. This decision raises serious concerns about national security and the integrity of American values, given Walz's radical policies and extensive ties to Communist China. Senior reporter Paul Sperry from Real Clear Investigations recently uncovered a disturbing pattern in Walz's relationship with China. According to investigative journalist Paul Sperry on X, Walz traveled to China annually from 1996 until at least 2003. His travels were not merely for tourism. He was granted a special work visa by the Chinese government, which raises questions about his loyalties and motivations. During this time in China, he reportedly expressed a deep admiration for the Chinese country and government. His infatuation with the regime is further illustrated by his choice to honeymoon in China and his long-standing commitment to fostering student exchanges between American youth and communist youth. Walz also set up and ran a yearly summer trip for American youth to China. Jesse Waters amplified these concerns on his primetime show, stating that the new VP pick, Tim Walz, has deep Chinese ties. He said that he's been to China over 30 times and doesn't think that China is our biggest rival. Let's listen to Jesse Waters and then listen to Walz himself about freedom of speech.
May not have much foreign policy experience, but our new running mate, Tim Walz, is very, and I mean very well traveled. He's been to China more than 30 times and doesn't think they're our biggest rival.
I lived in China, and as I said, I've been there about 30 times, but if someone tells you they're an expert on China, they're probably not telling you the truth because it's a complex country, but it's critically important for us. I don't fall into the category that China necessarily needs to be an adversarial relationship. I totally disagree.
Walz first went to China in 1989 to teach English and fell in love with the country, telling a local paper,
"No matter how long I live, I'll never be treated that well again. They gave me more gifts than I could bring home." Hint, hint. I will leave a link to Jesse Waters' segment about Walz, but let's listen to what else he has to say about freedom of speech. In Wokeness tweeted out today, "Holy moly, Governor Tim Walz, no right to free speech if the government decides it is misinformation or hateful. This man is a dangerous communist. We all know that. We've just proven that he loves China."
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee of free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
So he has deep ties to the Chinese government, has traveled there over 30 times, honeymooned there, and doesn't believe in freedom of speech, America's First Amendment. What a radical vice president pick Kamala has made here. God bless you and yours. Make sure to watch all of the Jesse Waters video. I'll put it URL in the description below. And please make sure not to vote Democrat this year. Share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.